share of this development, because he looked beyond politics when it came to the distribution of the infrastructure development. I must say that Livingston equally was benefited from part of this cake, because we saw a lot of infrastructure come to us, the road infrastructure, you saw the airport there, the intercity bus terminus. People are admiring that, because it's a very modern infrastructure, and this is some of the great memories that we look back and say, this is the vision he had for our country.
Okay. As a female politician, what should politicians, whether male or female, now and moving forward, what should they learn from this man that most people are calling humble, a listening leader, a jovial person? What should the politicians, current and obviously moving into the future, what should they learn from him?
Edgar is a pillar of democracy.
Okay.
He championed democracy. He recognized democracy.
Okay.
He, even in his retirement, came back into politics to say, I put on a Krelian call to all of us to come together and work together to continue upholding the democracy that was fought for by our forefathers. So as a politician, both in opposition and those in government, I think we must continue upholding this democracy, genuine democracy. And from his sitting or his commitment to female politicians, I think we had seen that he broke the barrier.
Okay.
He broke the barriers of women in decision-making positions. We saw his commitment to wanting to push us, women, to have a voice in this country. We saw his commitment to where he appoints Madam Inonge Wina as the first female president, deputy vice president in this country. And for me, I still want to thank him, really, even for myself, to be given an opportunity to run on the Patriotic Front Party, and to be able to bring my dream of politics into a reality. His commitment to wanting to see women thrive was exceptional. You know, the mantra that he believed in, that when women thrive, then a nation thrives. I think he must be saluted for that commitment.
Okay. You have mentioned about the first Vice President of the Republic of Zambia coming under his tenure, his time as president, and making history. It has never happened in Zambia.
It has never happened.
Where a Vice President is female. We've always seen the men coming through as Vice Presidents. But when you saw that happening, when Woma Inonge Wina was appointed as Vice President, how did that make you feel as a woman?
It put me in a space of thought. It actually made me realize that even I could actually become president of this country. He opened the space. The cultural barriers of wanting to think women should be in a certain place were broken by this great man. And we are all here still pursuing a political drive, because a man like him identified our potential as women. His unprecedented appointment of women in both cabinet and key decision-making positions really tells us a story behind his focus and wanting to add value to others, lifting you and saying, look, you equally have the potential to do this. And here we are.
Okay. Now, moving forward, the country is mourning. The continent is mourning. And the world equally is mourning this son of the soul by the name of Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. How should Zambians mourn and remember his memory, his legacy? How should they remember this man?
We should come together as a nation and mourn this man with integrity. He ran his race. He contributed greatly to this country. Today we are proud to talk about Zambia and look at the massive infrastructure development that this man brought in this country. Let's mourn him with integrity. Let's come together as Zambians to meet, to mourn, to cherish and uphold what this man believed in. What did he believe in? He believed in love. He was love himself. Forgiveness and peace. I think I would like to encourage Zambians to take that direction as we mourn this great man.
Okay. We have seen some quote-unquote uncomfortable newspaper headlines coming from politicians. What is your word of advice to politicians during this period? How should they treat this particular matter? Because we are Zambians and we are Christians, and as Zambians we are known for unity, we are known for upholding our cultural values. How should we then, especially the politicians, handle this whole situation, both from the ruling and from the opposition political parties? How should this situation be handled?
Before I actually answer that, I think my advice to all politicians is, regardless of the power that you hold at whatever time that power is given, let us learn to treat each other very well. I do not want to delve so much in what happened when and where, but the reality is that we are in a moment of mourning. Emotions will come to play, and I pray that in our hearts we can reconcile ourselves and find a common ground to agree, to move, and to honor this man.
Okay. Okay. And before we let you go, Madam Sianga, your last words to the people of Livingstone, first of all, knowing that you are passionate about Livingstone, the people of Zambia, Africa, and the world at large. What are your final words during this mourning period as we honor the legacy of Dr. Edgar Chagwalungu?
First and foremost, to Madam Esther Lungu, her children and her entire family, I must say that their loss is a nation's loss, and that I pray that they find strength in the love of the Zambian people, and the solace in the profound legacy of their father. The world is mourning. Africa is mourning. We are mourning. We have lost a son of the soil, a great leader given to us at a particular time by God himself. And this loss brings a lot of lessons to learn from both opposition, the current leadership, and to Zambia as a whole. Let us not throw away this one Zambia, one nation motto. We are still Zambians, and let us agree to give this man a befitting burial.
Okay. Okay. On that note, Madam Sianga, let me thank you most sincerely for coming through to this particular program. Or maybe under a minute, you do have something to say?
We are mourning, and I would say, let us mourn this man with the respect he deserves.
Okay. Okay. Just on that note, viewers, we say thank you to Madam Sianga for coming through I know it is a difficult time. Emotions are high. We're in a mourning period. However, people are still finding time to come through, like what Madam Sianga has done here, just come and share with us the legacy and memory of this great son of the soul, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu. We quickly leave you, but remember, you see us when you see us. Thank you so much for having tuned in. See you next time. Bye-bye, and God bless.